And we have got some real cutie patooties in the studio.
My goodness, Dewey. Well, women's groups of scrapbooking and recipes and quilting are being replaced by poker nights, fantasy leagues, and golf outings for men. It's all part of Milwaukee's Stay-at-Home Dads Network, and it's growing. Jason Kauflin and his 4-year-old daughter, Rachel, and his son, 1.5 years old, Kevin, joined us this morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
You started this 3 years ago about.
It was something that I thought needed to be done not only for myself, but for the other dads in the area that maybe didn't have the resources of families or friends to hang around with during the day.
I got to ask you first, did you dress, Rachel?
I did.
One of the horrors of my life is when my younger brother was born and my mom was in the hospital and my dad had to dress me for school and do my hair.
Although, don't talk about the hair.
Yeah, it was just like, oh my gosh, my dad did this to me. So that's pretty impressive in and of itself. Was the decision to be a stay-at-home dad, was it a tough one?
Not for us. I know it is for a lot of dads, but we knew that one of us wanted to be at home and it just suited me much better. My wife's a lot more career-oriented. She works at Northwestern Mutual, and I just am a lot more suited for the job.
Now, Rachel, do you help Daddy?
Yes, with Kevin I do.
You do? You help him? Yeah, because sometimes it can be a big job there.
I love mice, don't I?
Yeah, you do. You're adorable. She's cut out for TV.
We've been practicing.
Yes. Now, were you surprised at the number of other dads that are staying home?
Well, I got involved with some of the other dads groups around the country in Minneapolis and Chicago, and when I first got involved, you know, they said that it might take a lot of time to get involved with a lot of the dads, and we've doubled just about every year. We went from 3 dads in a living room to we have almost 200 dads on the list now.
And
so
it is a full-time job. Like, I'm just so impressed. I mean, a 4-year-old, a 1.5-year-old, and you're doing it.
It's challenging, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done for sure. But we have our long days, but in general, they're very good kids and they're fun to be around for sure.
Now, for any parent, I know it is, when we have parents, working parents here, it's tough because you have a career that you've put so much time into. Were you worried, or do you still worry that you will be so far removed that when the time comes to go back to work, you've lost something?
I'm not planning on going back to work ever. I mean, I'll probably be doing something to make some money at some point, but I'm not planning on working a regular job the rest of my life if I can avoid it. But I do worry about my wife a lot. I think
and
obviously
is that hard? Does she feel like she's missing out because you get to stay home with the kids and you get to see all the moments?
I don't think it's easy to not feel that way as a working mom. You know, a lot of us dads do our best to get them involved and make them feel like they're. You know, I send a lot of emails with pictures and make a lot of phone calls during the day to keep her involved and make her feel like she's participating in everything.
What's the toughest thing being a stay-at-home dad?
I think for a lot of dads, it's the isolation of not having a network of other dads to hang around.
Because when you show up, I mean, is it the stereotype? You show up in the minivan with the kids, and there are all the other soccer moms, and then here you are.
There is some bit of that. A lot of dads have dealt with that. Do you
become counselor? Because I'm thinking a lot of wives are just like, if my husband did half the things you did at home.
I get a lot of that, especially when the moms find out that I'm a domestic animal, that my expertise is the house. They look at me and just they cannot believe it. So, but I truly enjoy that part of it, and that keeps me going during the day for sure.
Your side business, a workshop for men.
I wouldn't call it a workshop. I mean, we do a lot of things on the side to help out the dads that are having problems with things. You know, there's a national organization for the dads. They have a national convention every year that is well attended from dads all over the country. And there are dads, again, that are not in as good a light, that were either forced into the job or are not home by choice. And that's a difficult position to be in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jason, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Kevin. You're adorable. I said his eyelashes are just, they're so long and luscious, and he's a boy. And Rachel, thank you. And we'll have a link to how you can find out more about Jason's group. Kevin's got a group too. We'll find out about all that. Nicole.
I need to find myself a domestic animal. Did you hear that? Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Coming up.